Did you get your free money for Moo yet? If not, use my link down below, deposit at least $100, and boom, you get one free share of NEO, which, by the way, the NEO promotion runs out at the end of March, so get on that. And on top of that, you get up to 5 other stocks, each of which could be valued up to $3,500. It's free money, guys. Again, use that link down below, deposit at least $100, and boom, you get some free money. And with that being said, let's dive into the video. So it's almost 1 p.m. on the East Coast right now, ladies and gentlemen, and the markets are doing extraordinarily well today. We have the S&P 500 up 0.9%, Nasdaq's up over 1.2%, Russell's up 0.6%, and the Dow's also up 0.6%. VIX is down 4.2%. Shout out to Elon Musk. And we have silver up about 3%. Gold is up 1.3%. So today, all across the board, guys, is a phenomenal day. Metals are up. Crypto's most likely up, although I haven't checked my Coinbase app yet today. It's most likely up, and we have all of the indexes here in the United States. They're crushing it. So we got to break down the markets in this video, stocks I'm looking at, and we got to talk a little bit about what I am doing right now. So let's just jump right into it, guys. We have no time to waste. So let's see what's going on here. SPY, again, like I said, is up 0.9%. It's pushing up almost 1% on the day. And what we're noticing here is we're clearly recovering after yesterday's sell-off, and now we're back over the critical 447 level that we've talked about countless of times here on the YouTube channel, which was resistance. We momentarily broke out of it, I think 2 days ago and yesterday for a second, right? Let's pull up this 5-day chart. 2 days ago we broke out of 450, 448, and yesterday we did momentarily, but you guys remember yesterday was a red day. It didn't really last long, and today now we're back over 448. In fact, we got pretty close to 450 about an hour ago, and then we pulled back to about 446.90, and now you guys can see we're retaking that 448 level, which is phenomenal. It looks like that pullback we saw about an hour ago, it ended up being bought up, which is great. We're bouncing off these moving averages on the 5-day, 5-minute, and you guys can see it even better here on the intraday chart, the fact that buyers are stepping in. Now we're riding off of these moving averages, breaking out of the moving averages as well. This is a very good sign for SPY, and pretty much the same thing is what I'm seeing here on Triple Q, but even, I don't want to say even better, but it's slowly starting to show signs of a breakout as well. It's getting there, right? We're noticing Triple Q is now testing 357 again, which was the high from 2 days ago and from yesterday. And if you notice, going back to that 4-hour chart, 355 was resistance in the middle of February. The fact that we broke out of it is a very good sign. Now we just have to get momentum out of 357, which we're still under 357, and you guys can see, like I said, that's been the high point for the past 3 days here. So I'm gonna put my alert at 358. If we break out of 358, let's see here, we might end up seeing a breakout towards, I think the next level I was looking at is 370. Yeah, 368, 370. So watch out for that on Triple Q. And I mentioned this on my Patreon video this morning, which I make morning videos every single day exclusively for my Patreon members. I mentioned how if Triple Q does take out this level that I just drew out, I'm going to go long T Triple Q, which is a 3x leveraged ETF. It goes up whenever Triple Q goes up at a 3x rate. So that's kind of what I'm looking to do right now. And I also took a position earlier in the day. We'll talk about that later in the video. So let's now talk about what stocks I'm looking at and kind of what I'm doing right now. So NVIDIA is on fire today. NVIDIA is up 8.8%. And did I not say this, guys? Did I not say watch NVIDIA out of this wedge? We got out of the wedge. We broke out of the moving averages. Now we're getting a golden cross. And today, all these semiconductor stocks, we're going to talk about a couple of them. They're all crushing it. Again, NVIDIA's up 9%. AMD's up almost 5%. Intel's crushing it. AMAT, Applied Materials, is up 3.4%. And digging a little bit deeper into this chart, if we zoom in on the 5-day, we're noticing we took out all of these resistance points over the past couple of trading days. You notice we've struggled between 265 and 270 over the past couple of trading days. Now we clearly broke out. In fact, we got all the way to 280 plus just a couple hours, one hour ago. And now we're about to go back over 280. It looks like it, right? So that's a good sign. And clearly we're trading at a multi-week high. And now that I'm looking at it, this is another good sign. NVIDIA is starting to break out of the highs from a month ago, month and a half ago, early February, mid-February, and those highs were at about 270, which again was the high point from the past couple of days as well. So the fact that we're getting a lot of pressure, buying pressure out of above 270, now into the 280s, slowly but surely, that's a very good sign for the bulls. Volume's kicking up, which is phenomenal. Look at this big volume spike today. That is great to see. So overall, guys, watch out for this to continue, and I'm not saying it's going to go straight to the moon with no pullbacks, because look what just happened. We just had a pullback, 2 or 3 days of pulling back, 2 days actually, because this went to the moon, quote unquote. I mean, it wasn't that big of a move, but we went from, let's say, what was it, 210? We went up to about 250, 245. That was a pretty big move. It cooled off a little bit to 238, and then it ripped all the way to 270 like we mentioned, and then it cooled off again to about 255, saw about a 5-6% drop. Now we're back up again today, like I said, 9%. So we're not going to go straight to the moon. This is not going to go straight to 350 plus again. It's going to see pullbacks. I'm very aware of that. It's going to see pullbacks, and when we do get those pullbacks, that's where I'm looking to enter on the overall breakout that we're noticing on this 4-hour chart. The next stock, another semiconductor, it is Intel, INTC. This is up 5.5% on the day, absolutely ripping. It's almost above $51 a share. And I've said before, guys, I'll say it again, Intel, I was mentioning this weeks ago, if it gets back over 50, that is a huge technical breakout spot. It's a big resistance from the past couple of weeks, months even, and the next resistance now that I'm noticing, especially if it breaks above 51, is at $55. So that's pretty much, we're pretty much getting clear blue skies right now until $55. But like I said with NVIDIA, this is not going to go up in a straight line. In fact, it's done that today and the past couple of days. Now it's very overbought, so we got to be careful and mindful about that. If it pulls back a bit, if it consolidates for a couple of days, that is 100% normal. And from that point, after consolidation, maybe a little bit of a cool off, pullback, whatever you want to call it, at that point, we might be gearing up for the next wave, which could get us up to 53, 55. That is where I think ultimately it is going. And full disclosure, guys, I am long Intel. I own shares. I sell covered calls on Intel. They pay a nice dividend. I'm a happy shareholder, and I'm just going to continue holding on. And if it does get crazy, let's say it goes to 60 plus a share, which is, I don't want to say it's far-fetched, but we're nowhere near 60. That's where I probably would consider selling, maybe at about 60, 65, but obviously we're not there yet. And in the meantime, like I said, I'll be collecting my dividend, which I just got paid, I think, beginning of March. I'm pretty sure they pay on the 1st of March, 1st of June, 1st of September, December, and so forth. Every 3 months, right? So watch out for Intel. I like it, up 5.5%. Let's see if this momentum could continue. Like I said, I personally think it could. AG is another one that I'm looking at. First Majestic Silver. This one is up 1.3% on the day. And I've talked about this stock a lot on the channel, guys. I talked about it a lot. If you watch my channel. And if you haven't been watching, make sure to subscribe, man. We talk a lot about stocks on this channel. Obviously, what I'm doing, the markets, and so forth. I think it's a great channel. So, hey, I might be biased. But feel free to subscribe. And while you're at it, hit the like button if you are finding value in this video. So, AG is one that we called out when it was under 14. It cracked above 14 about a week ago. It got to 14.50, and we saw consolidation, which is perfectly normal. Like I said with NVIDIA and Intel, they're getting very hot. They need to cool off. AG was in that same spot a week ago. It got very hot, it cooled off, and now it's getting ready for round 2, in my opinion. You guys can see here on the 5-day chart, it consolidated for a good 1, 2, 3, 4 days. Now today we're getting the breakout, and you can see it even better here on the 20-day chart. Take a look at that. And mind you, the uptrend looks good on the 20-day chart and on the 5-day chart. So let's see now if we take out, going back to that 4-hour, we got to take out 1450. That needs to break. And honestly, we got to get into the 1470s for this to really start breaking out again, which at that point, I think, and I've said this before, I'll say it again, I think we're going $16 a share, guys. So set your alerts, 1450, 1475, wherever you want to put it. 1450 was resistance, middle of November, last week, and right now as I'm filming this video. So we got to break out of there. And again, we're going to be going to $16 most likely, in my opinion, at that point in time. So the last one for this video, a bonus one if you guys stuck till the end. This is the stock that I just bought this morning. Well, I guess not this morning. It was just about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. I bought it as a swing trade, an initial swing position. It is an AMD, Advanced Micro Devices. This is another chip stock like NVIDIA, like Intel, like Applied Materials, that is doing very well today. And what did I say last week, guys? I mentioned how AMD was kind of lagging behind NVIDIA in terms of the breakout of this wedge, because we talk about how a lot of these stocks, they move in packs, right? They're moving together if they're in the same sector. In this case, AMD, NVIDIA, Intel, Applied Materials, they're all kind of similar and kind of different in their own ways, but overall, AMD is starting to break out. That's what we're noticing. And NVIDIA, like I mentioned, is way ahead of AMD in terms of the breakout. It actually broke out of the wedge and the moving averages about a week ago, when it was at 243. Now it's up 15% from that point. Going back to AMD, it's just now breaking out of the moving averages today and breaking out of the wedge today, and it's up 4.5%. So I think over the next coming days, weeks, there's a real shot that this goes towards 125, 130 a share. I think it is going to start breaking out. So again, I bought this stock today, full disclosure, as an initial swing position. I bought it at $119 flat, and that's funny enough, that's where we just hit, about $119 flat. Now we're into the 118s, and I do plan on buying more of this if it does want to pull back. I was thinking initially if it pulled back to 115.16 right by the intraday 180 SMA, that's where I would buy more. But now as the days progressed a bit, it looks like we're about to test the 180 SMA at about 118, 119. So I might just sit on my position, hold on what I got right now, and not really try and force another another tranche of shares right now quite yet, until it gets, maybe if it gets down to like 115, I would consider it. But at 118, what's the point of buying more if I bought at 119, right? I mean, that's kind of stupid. So I'm just holding on at this point. Of course, if you're in my Patreon, you get all my buys and sells in real time. And if you want the morning videos as well and more access to me throughout the day, direct access, that is on Patreon. Check it out, link down below, or you can go to StockSurfS.com/Patreon. And on that note, we might as well end off the video as well. Hit the like button, subscribe, get your free money from Mumu as well. You get one free share of NEO, which ends off. That promotion runs out at the end of March. So if you want your free share of NEO and up to 5 other stocks, each of which could be valid up to $3,500, your time's running out. If you haven't done so already, use that link, deposit $100. It's linked down below, and you get your free money. It's that simple. So I'll catch you all in the next video. Thanks for watching. As always, keep crushing the market. Stay safe out there. Peace out.